So we're going to go across to Fortune in the Western Cape. Fortune looks after our human capital team there and is also part of our future of work practice. Fortune's been doing a lot of engaging with clients in the last 6 months. Fortune, really, I'd like to hear from you. What has the impact of the pandemic been on your clients and how they've had to adapt to this future of work?
Yeah, thank you, John. So certainly I think that I would like to focus on particularly the consumer services clients who have naturally fallen under the essential services. And so the impact on them was that they obviously had to continue with value generation because they obviously had to feed all of us and ensure that we've got our food security. So one of the key things that has been at the top of their minds is continuing with operation and production. So they've had to think really quickly around how they continue to operate, given the new way of working, where they obviously had to think of, previously an environment would have catered for 100% of their staff complement. Now, obviously, with the new regulations, it's now catering for 33%, but they still want to be operating at the capacity of 100%. So they've really had to think creatively around their workplace and how they ensure that they continue to produce at optimum levels with the constrained workforce or real estate.
Great. And if you had to give them a kind of key piece of advice in terms of how they should be continuing to adapt and really maybe potentially taking the opportunity to make some key changes to their businesses, what would that be?
That's a great question, John, because I'm actually reminded of one of the leaders of digital in one of our consumer clients. He said, Fortune, I've battled with this idea of a digital strategy and a business strategy, and I have come to realize that actually what it should be, it's a business strategy that is informed by digital. So I think that now more than ever, the digital transformation of consumer services clients has been put at the forefront so that the technology is enabling more effective and optimized processes. But what that has required, it has required that they change their ways of work. There's a colleague of ours who always says that it's not only about switching on the tech, but it's really about how do we enhance the way of working of the employees who are going to work on these new processes so that they're able to so the organization is able to leverage value from this new way of working and from this digital transformation. But also the consumer at the end actually needs to experience an elevated customer experience. So if there's one piece of advice is that they integrate their digital transformation into their business strategy rather than having two separate strategies.
Awesome. Thanks, Fortune. That's great insights. And thanks for sharing.